And it's go time.
Welcome back to Emerald City. It's a very pleasant day. You don't exactly have time to take in the sights, though, because you're on call.
I'm used to it.
As a quick recap, there's an Aegis transport under attack. Your new job is to stop it from being under attack. Pretty simple.
Mm.
Can we blow it up? Then it's no
That
longer
would
under
stop
attack.
the yes, but there are civilians.
Don't you dare take the Final Fantasy villain approach to stopping crime.
Aegis probably wouldn't like that too much, and then, you'll run into some alien invasion one day, and they will not lend you their big guns.
I wear a stupid outfit and indiscriminately destroy everything. I think I'm already taking the Final Fantasy villain approach to crime fighting.
This is very true.
I could triple the size of my swords and I'd fit right in.
I need to be about 8 times bigger though in order to fit in.
I am not combing my hair into antlers.
I need to punch a tank with my fists.
So, near the end of last session, Giome made a assessment check on our good friend Captain Oblivion here before anything had really happened. Do you need a reminder of that?
God, yes.
Okay. Everything gets compared to you, so... Right, his dodge and parry are lower than Giome's, but his fort, toughness, and will are all higher than Giome's. What is your attack roll? Just standard.
Define standard. She's rolling it usually at plus 14.
Like standard
Okay.
means they're not fiddling with any of your advantages.
Yes.
Yeah, so her standard melee is plus 14 without pulling anything else.
Then his average attack is weaker than yours, but his damage is stronger. And that's all you've got.
Neat.
Alrighty.
I remember that the Duke had been about to do something, which he had
Oh,
technically
'cause I go
done
first.
last session, but...
Well, I rethought myself since then. It's fine. I'll just redo what I was gonna do.
well,
I
no,
have
if you
one
thought
important
something else
question.
to do, go ahead.
Yeah, I have one important question though. This is kind of relative to what it is I do specifically. Since Omega's had time to look around, are there dead, like obviously dead bodies around?
Yes, they're not actively on the map because they're not terribly important.
Yeah, but they're like, organs everywhere or holes burned in them kind of thing.
There aren't organs everywhere. Most of them are still inside the corpses.
But they're definitely corpses, like...
But they are corpses, yes.
Alright, well, that means I'm being aggressive, because once they kill people, I know I take the kitty gloves off.
Yes, the Aegis agents are also very sufficiently terrified. Well, as terrified as they get, anyway.
Trying to figure out what would be the most efficient way to
I
give
assume
someone...
you're seizing initiative, then.
No, I'm gonna drive up there and not in initiative order and kill them somehow. I'm seizing the initiative because that's what I do. I'm just trying to figure out which one I should hit.
Go ahead and add yourselves to initiative, then. I'll just put the Duke in.
So if Chilmi's there, Omega's there.
Actually, are you able to add yourselves to initiative, or I need to do it myself?
Apparently I am not.
You do have ownership still, yes?
Yes, I can move my token, but in the
Okay,
initiative menu,
I
I
guess I'll
don't
just do
have
it
an
myself.
option to add.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay, I know what the Duke would do. I'll wait till initiative though.
You have seized initiative, so go ahead. You probably shouldn't bother rolling your initiative anymore, considering how we're doing it, and if the Duke seizes it, I'm not going to bother.
But
By
I
all
spent
means,
feats
when he
on
does it.
initiative.
There we go. Alright, hold on.
Yeah, I probably am going to request eventually to take out my
Okay.
bonus to initiative.
By all means.
This covers almost all of them. Assuming I have 10-foot reach like you're supposed to when you're large.
Sure.
Alright, I'm just making sure that I'm covering as many as I can. I can't quite cover that guy, but I can cover everyone else.
Considering they're up on the roof, 3
Are they?
stories above you.
Yes,
Oh.
the 4 Aegis there are shooting from the windows. They are not on the roof, but they are in the building.
Sure, I'll be there then, just for simplicity's sake.
Crunch.
Yeah, I don't care.
And
Okay,
I'll
so the dude
remember
comes
this time.
roaring up, blasting his music, unfolds, and basically just lands. Effectively, I've used a move action to get there and free action to transform, if you're wondering. So I can just transform whenever I want, apparently.
I kind of figured.
And as a standard action, he's going to activate Defend and use Deflect, so that'll be a thing. But as to what he says, he roars in and says, "Howdy, kids. I think you know who I am, and I know what I mean. You all have done something you're going to regret now. I'm giving you your one chance to surrender before I get rough." And that's all I say.
They'll
It's
not
my
be
turn.
responding until it's their turn on the initiative. So who goes now?
Logic says...
Oh, now that you are close enough to see, all of these cars are leaking gas.
Note to self, don't use the flamethrower. You know what? I think it's smart if I let them go first, because they don't know everyone else is here yet, like my allies, and it's better that they waste their time feebly poking the Duke. What
By
does my
all
team
means.
think? Yeah, I'm doing that, actually. It's better for them to waste their actions, at least the first round, trying to get through Duke's fucking 30 deflection nonsense. So, go on. I'll have Captain Oblivion go next.
Okay. Captain Oblivion. As a quick reminder, he is dressed in a brown trench coat with kind of a red jumpsuit on underneath, goggles. But the most important thing to note is his frankly enormous right gauntlet he has, made out of some kind of metal. It's got tubes and metal lights and, you know, those
I knock him
great
out, I'll
big
borrow it to see what he can do.
tubular light bulbs.
Oh,
I am
vacuum
knocking him out.
tubes.
Yes, vacuum tubes, that was the word I was looking for. Thank
He
you.
has vacuum tubes on this thing? What the fuck, man?
He
I think he's just
does.
showing off. Okay, now that we both know that it serves no purpose. You're just showing off.
You could hardly claim that, considering the ridiculousness of some technology in this city.
This is true.
Regardless, he turns to you, and, well, if you could see under his mask, he'd likely be grinning. Now we're getting into the fun parts. This was just boring with these people. Not like it matters that you've shown up anyway. Not like anything matters, really. We're all just gonna die.
Plenty matters. It ain't how you die, it's how you lived.
I think that emo guy put on a mask.
Yeah, me too.
Oblivion, optimism. They're at opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they?
Regardless, he just takes a step closer to the Duke on top of the truck he's on. I forget the word for that as well. My words are not working today.
The trailer. That part's called the
Trailer. That would work. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it'd be called a trailer, but it is. It's yeah.
And he reaches out to try and grab the Duke with his arm.
She's not going to succeed. Let's just roll with that.
Stop trying to call these things before they happen. You know that can only end horribly
No,
for
no,
you.
you don't understand how deflect works. Here's how this works. He has to hit me. That means getting through my parry. I'm doing a d20 plus 20, and I can't
Yes,
roll
roll your
lower
D20,
than
by the way.
11. He's not hitting me.
Roll your d20, by the way.
Okay, I keep that roll because it's above a 10, so 33.
No, he does not hit you this turn.
I told you it requires me to basically do nothing, but I'm not being touched by anyone with a 10-foot pole.
But he really doesn't seem that bothered by it.
Just swat his hand away. Son, your hand isn't even that big compared to this thing. What are you doing?
Actually, his hand is about on par with the size of a Duke's hand.
I know, but he's got
It
one.
is
I got
that
two.
big.
It must be super strong, I guess, or the material is lightweight. Whatever.
He's the
Superhero.
guy with
Move
the
on.
giant hand from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Well, he gets to choose who has next initiative.
Indeed, he does. And he will pass it over to Epiphany Jones, hiding off in that alleyway down there.
Hi, Epiphany Jones.
On a serious note, can we
Yes?
not do initiative like this? I actually spent points on improved net.
This is technically just an experiment, so I mean, if people would rather not be refunded their initiative-based stuff and just go back to the usual way, I'm fine with it.
He's saying if you want, you can have the points back for that advantage, or we can just go back to normal. Whichever is preferable.
Whichever you guys want. Either if we're doing refunds, I'll deal with it after this. But...
I'm fine with either. Both are interesting, to be honest. One is more reliable as a team-based thing. One is less reliable as a team. I mean, with us being able to choose when we go, we can maybe do like teamwork-based super tricks easier. So there's that. But other than that, I can't think of anything.
I do feel like there is one flaw with the system, and it mostly comes down to the Duke being able to hero point first turn, every combat.
I can do that regardless.
Right, but then you can dictate the flow of combat afterward.
This is true.
That is a problem. One of the options is to just not allow the Duke to do that anymore.
Screw all you people. It's the best thing ever.
Honestly seems less fun than reverting to me, because it is something
True.
the Duke has spent points on. I kind of like it.
So yes, we could go back to the normal method.
Sure, why not? How about we'll just assume Captain Oblivion rolled that 20 and we can all roll for everyone.
Well, I know Brad rolled his initiative already.
Yeah, just get everyone initiative. Let's go back to the way it was and see how this plays out that way.
I rolled a 2.
Congratulations.
That was
Actually, I
fine to
rolled
me.
a 1. I have plus 14.
Check. Well, 1 isn't. Yeah, plus 14 is plus 14. That's a lot.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I put 2 ranks into improved in it. And that's
Nah.
so that's 4 points. It's a pretty
Everyone
big
here has
investment.
amazing initiative except for Allan and technically
Well,
the Duke.
I'm playing someone that's supposed to be fast.
Good
That
enough,
is how
fair
that
enough.
works. I need to roll initiative for them now. Hold on.
Hang on. Ignore Captain Oblivion. He already went, so we'll just assume he rolled that 20.
Yes,
Screw it.
I'm gonna give him the initiative he has, but he's already gone this turn.
Yeah, the Red Duke's ability is way less broken under the normal system.
Yeah, it doesn't let me dictate the flow of combat, whereas in the other system, I can just choose who I want to go next. Which means my plans of having all the enemies go first, waste their time on me, and have you guys swoop in like Batman and, clean up, probably won't work now.
I don't swoop.
You don't swoop is what you're going to say?
That is what I said.
I
It's now
didn't hear the last
canon.
part.
Get the swooping.
He must swoop.
Build him a swooping device.
I plan to.
The other thing is it actually makes people's turns go faster when they know where they're going to be going because they can plan ahead.
Hmm.
I have the neediest dog in the history of forever. There, that is the last initiative I need to roll.
I have the third neediest cat in the history of me having cats.
How many cats have you had?
3. I guess I was happy to just sleep on top of my bookshelf.
And let's see, the highest initiative besides the Duke is Chiome's 31, so the Duke will have 32.
Because the Duke.
I was hoping Trinity would roll a 3.
That would be funny.
It would make sense. Now, would
Oh,
her
yes.
total be 3
You
or
need
just her
to-
roll?
Do you need a redescription of Trinity? Because she's the only one who's not immediately obvious.
Wasn't she 3 people kind of conjoined at was it the head or
Shoulders.
Yeah, shoulders. That's it.
Yeah,
And it was
Simon's
kinda
triplets,
spinning.
yeah.
And made out of pure energy.
Yeah, that. Which probably is just goddamn horrifying, just on many levels.
Little bit. Regardless, I will sort the initiative table after Epiphany Jones' turn.
All right, Epiphany Jones, do what you will.
Epiphany Jones is very odd, so I'm making sure I'm doing this right.
Is there power to give people epiphanies about the reality of life and make them really depressed? Because that's not going to work.
Ah, okay.
I'm actually more worried about Tar Pit than anybody.
Oh?
Yeah, I know the kind of clever bullshit you can get up to with liquid characters.
Yes, this is why it's an odd one. Yeah, I suppose it kind of is.
Yeah, it's not actually. It's not like super common either, but yeah, it's just a kind of a good starting point to why there are super things. Just explosion, they're super things.
Okay, there we go. I've got a handle on it now. So Epiphany Jones looks terribly bored with this whole thing. You know, in that vague aristocratic way.
I am so
Turning
hitting her
nose
with a
up at
car,
everything.
whole car, bam.
So she rolls her eyes at the Duke, and very clearly says, and then the car blows up in the idiot's face. And then the car blows up in the Duke's face.
Oh, okay.
Please make me a toughness check.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. These two Aegis agents get blown back and are dead. Tar Pit doesn't care.
Yeah, it's an AoE, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was gonna
I
say.
figured I'd just have you roll the toughness check because you
No, it's
can...
fine. No, I'm not gonna dodge it. I was just.
No, I mean, even if you don't dodge it, you can probably take the full ranks.
Yeah. I'm just musing on these two fellas. Like, if there's anything I could have done, and I can't think there is. I did a defense action, and that doesn't stop things like AoE explosions. So yeah, that's a sad.
To be fair, they were 2 days away from retirement.
God damn it.
This is now on fire.
Yeah, that's on fire.
Which
There's gonna be
I
an explosion
will be
here
making
soon.
more of. It will be numbered because I don't get rid of it.
Yeah, that's right. I know how to put it out.
Now
Flamethrower.
sorting the initiative.
Flamethrower would put it out.
The Duke does not get to go again. So
I
turn goes to
know,
Gio.
I know.
Chiome! You just saw a car blow up from nothing.
Yeah, I'm assuming she can't really see the goth chick over there.
No, she cannot.
Yep.
You did see the two Aegis agents die.
Possibly in slow motion.
Alright, well, running a leap off of the building to land next to this schmuck.
Howdy, schmuck.
Goody.
Actually, well, no, you probably still have movement left, but if you have any movement left, be somewhere within Duke's. Actually, you're in within Duke's reach. Never mind. I'm just saying that if you're within Duke's reach, you get his plus 20 to your to parry and dodge, and that's better than anything you're ever going to have.
What are you doing to
Regardless.
Captain Oblivion?
Let's see. Well, let's just see what hitting him does this off the bat.
Cut off his arm, the big one.
Yeah, are you aiming for his big arm?
No, I'm not going to be doing any kind of skill shot on this guy immediately.
Okay, just trying to hit him. Wherever you happen to be able to. Okay, you hit him. What is your damage rank?
Well, let's see. Rank 21 plus multi-attack.
Yes, you got a 26. You get a plus 2 from multi-attack.
So a 23.
He does not seem to care. You did not get through his trench coat.
Fantastic.
He might be looking at you, he might not be. It's a little hard to tell. Are you going to do anything else this turn?
I'm worried about AoE hits, to be all honest.
Well, yeah, there's one way around me, so, you could always move. As long as you're within 10 feet, I can do my trick. So you can just be in 10 feet in an awkward position there or something, to where an AoE is unlikely to hit us both, unless aimed really well or really big.
Let's just hop down and whatever.
Okie dokie. Captain Oblivion is not going again, so it's Tar Pit's turn.
Hi, Tarpit.
Tar Pit kind of looks between the Duke and Chiome, making an odd burbling noise. And completely ignores the Duke. Runs around the fire. Whether he actually cares about it or not is, up for grabs. And runs over to Chiome.
Blooga, 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 blooga.
He is going to try to, well, engulf her. That is exactly what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Like Majin Buu.
I haven't actually seen that in the longest time, so,
Yeah.
Body slam and envelop.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's see.
Okay, so let's figure what is he doing, like attack-wise. Like, is it an attack?
I'm just double checking. Well, he has hit Chiome's parry. Please make me a fortitude.
No, he's not.
Hmm?
A deflection, I believe he's calling.
Ah.
Do you hit that?
Yes, that makes things much more difficult, and you do manage to basically punch through him
Splunk.
as he tries to jump on Chiome, but he also doesn't seem to very much care.
You have an arm through you when you're not flinching. This is disturbing.
He also continues to not even look at the Duke.
Alright, I guess he likes organic meals. Whatever.
Trinity. Trinity, in addition to Epiphany Jones are there, seems kind of bored with this. Though
Are
it
the
is
other two
hard to
faces
tell.
angry and sad, respectively?
No, they're all looking indifferent, though it is hard to tell any of their facial expressions due to, what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
But she is going to suddenly hover up into the air, mostly just heading 20 feet straight up in the space she's in. Whether she sees Omega or not, well, actually, no, she does not, because Omega's on top of the 5-story building.
Yeah, that would be.
She's going to point a hand at the Duke.
A hand has been pointed at me. I'm offended.
As well you should be, because then it fires out a bright purple beam of energy.
Chew.
She's then
that
sent
is
flying in a direction that is not me.
And that is an advantage that I have not seen. You're still deflecting, huh?
I Falcon punched that out of the air. Like a boss.
It is actually possible for her to make that roll.
Okay, I'm impressed. Go ahead then. That's the highest I
I'm
could
just-
possibly deflect.
Double checking one of her things. Because nobody has used this advantage yet.
Fair enough. I could not deflect harder if I tried.
No, you really couldn't. Ah. Yes, that is a powerful thing. Okay. No, she was 10 short on this one.
Fires off, punched out of air, Duke not care.
Yes, though it isn't exactly knocked out of the air as it just vanishes on hitting the Duke's fist.
Curious effect.
She continues to look bored, all three of her. She has not said anything. Omega.
Mm.
Oh, and yes, Trinity is carrying a briefcase in one of her three-person's arms. Are you with us?
I am, yes.
Sorry. Just seeing where people are clustered and what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
How far up am I actually on the top of this building?
Depends. You're the one who's flying. You're at least 5 stories up to be on
Well,
top of it.
I said I was standing on the building, so...
Then
She
5
was
stories up.
Batmaning.
So 50 feet.
Okay, 50 feet up. And Trinity's flying, you said?
20 feet.
Yes. Yes, she's only 2 stories up, so she cannot see you.
I'm just checking the range on something here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... Yeah, I might try to use this for the move for the first time, that's fun. Cars are magnetic, so, cylinder 1.
I'm also magnetic, but be careful.
So,
Before you do,
I...
not actually.
That's fine. So... Actually, just, before I actually do a point between sessions...
Sure.
That gives me 1 point per rank with the flaws on it.
Go
As long as it
right
doesn't
ahead.
break, the power limit rule things, it sounds fine.
Just making sure the math for that is up. Okay. My sheet's nice enough to do that math for me. Okay, so I now have a rank 8 move object. I'm going to teleport 60 feet down in front of the building.
Okay.
Use my use my move object to grab up to 12 tons of metal in a 60-foot area. Sorry, in a 30-foot area centered here.
Centered where? Sorry? Double checking the weights of things. Okay.
And then I'm going to slam all that metal at Trinity.
How many tons did you say?
Up to 12.
Okay.
A minivan will weigh 2. The semi probably weighs 6 on its own without its trailer.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You probably, considering the force of the pull, you could just say the obviously damage, coupling, snap, and just go. Because if this thing's like this thing's couplings are broke to fuck.
Yes, the problem is that the trailer itself is also within that 30-foot radius.
Oh, she can take chunks of it out, or it just doesn't move, I suppose.
My power is selectable.
So she can just say, I don't want the trailer.
Are you going to take the trailer or not? Because,
No, I'm not going to attempt to take the trailer.
Okay, then I don't know if there's a method to turn these things into tokens, and they're just part of the map.
Not really.
I'll just draw over them in a minute. Okay, so you're throwing these at Trinity, huh?
Actually,
She's throwing cars at people. It's what I do, but with magic.
Actually, no. Epiphany Jones pisses me off more. I'll throw it at her in that building.
Lovely. Are you going to lift them up at all, or is it going to hit Gator on the way there?
No, I'm just gonna fling them, so everything in the path can be destroyed, because that's what I do.
So you're going to hit both Gator and Epiphany Jones. Lovely. Time to double check the rules on this one.
Well, it's gotta get past Gator first.
Yes, it does.
So if she fails to get past Gator's toughness, then the stuff just kind of breaks on him.
This is true. Let's get Gator's toughness then.
Yeah, unfortunately, move object itself doesn't have that stuff.
Which is just weird, but whatever.
Yeah, it's just a directed attack against each of them, I think.
Well, Gator rolled a 20.
Okay.
However,
you may
that
say...
still might not be enough.
No. Yeah. She's throwing a lot of mass.
Check this.
And we don't know how tough Gator actually is.
I believe when I use move object in this way, it's treated as a ranged damage attack.
Yes, but damage for how much?
No, if it's treated as a range, then it's just equal to mass. That's easy. She's not using her physical strength to push it. She's using her power, which lets her do this much mass, and she's throwing this much mass. The damage rank is that much mass.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the damage rank is at my move object rank, because that's how fast I can slam crap into things.
Yeah.
Might be that.
That's what it says in the causes damage
Yes, that's what it
perk
says.
of move object.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Dropping something on someone, that's damage
That
as
would
per
use the
mass.
Yes.
Okay, that
so
explains why
what
throwing
is
works
the
how
rank
it
of your
works.
move object?
Yeah, I've just never actually done an attack, so let's see how this works.
What is the rank of your move object?
It's 8 now.
Okay, so 8 plus 15. So 23 damage. Yeah, okay. Anything that hits Gator, he can successfully just block it with his body. But some of it will go past him towards Epiphany Jones to determine how much it would actually hit her and not just the building next to her.
Unless this attack ignores cover, you could say she has cover. That might do it.
This is true, yes.
Cars and buildings are both tough things. One could stop the other.
Mm-hmm. In fact, quite frequently they do.
Just
As it
define
turns out.
where the cover mechanics are.
Oh, it's a pain in the butt. It's like +2 to your defenses or something weird when it's soft
Moment.
cover.
Cover. Targets may hide behind obstructions to gain cover against your attacks. It is under... it is just beneath concealment on the running the game page.
Okay.
She's got pretty much total cover with standing in that alley from where those vehicles are coming from.
Yes, she does. So a -5 circumstance penalty to your attack check.
If it's an area effect, then she gets a, instead of a -5 to the attack check, it's a +5 to her dodge.
No, it's not an area effect.
Okay.
But you also haven't made an attack check.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how you do that in this system. I haven't done one. Attack checks are based on your rank, aren't they?
If you don't have a skill that's relevant to it, yes.
Which is why most people have some specific skill only for themselves, saying, if they have a laser gun, I have ranks in shoot laser gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, I have move object, so I have ranks in move object.
Yes.
So slamming at that would be...
So yeah, your
Sorry,
2 hit.
I can't find anything about actual directed attacks. That's...
Yeah,
I
your
hate
2
this.
hit is D20 plus the rank of move object. 8.
So that's your skill at moving stuff.
Trying to
Okay,
trying to hit her when she's hiding behind the building.
Oh, and that would be against one of their defenses then?
That it is
Dodge, I guess.
Against
as a
dodge,
ranged
yes.
attack dodge, as opposed to parry.
Okay, so that's
she has
1d20
cover,
plus
so-
rank versus their dodge then.
Yes. So please make me a d20 plus 8. Rolled decently. But Epiphany Jones does manage to duck behind the building. The building does get a rather big hole in it. Because that is not a very tough building. It's mostly, well, okay, it's brick for about a few inches in, and then it's plaster.
Well, roll that building's toughness then.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You either roll like the wall first, and depends on how big the hole is, and then the building rolls to see if it collapses.
And then the building collapses on Epiphany Jones and I get what I wanted.
Yes, that is a
That
possibility.
is possible, yes.
In fact, sometimes it's easier just to aim for the building to collapse on people.
Anyway, I'm just gonna do this now. After all my attacks are resolved, I use the turnabout on my teleport to return to the spot I started at.
Okay. Right, so your damage ranks are 23.
Take that, stupid building.
That's an oversight. Does not have brick on here for toughness.
It'll be
Brick
weaker
should
than
be,
concrete by a reasonable amount, but better than wood.
So just find a middle ground.
It'd probably be somewhere between stone and iron, so I'd go with 6.
So, 6, yeah. Alright. That is an awful check, okay?
So the wall's gone, and let's see if the whole building comes down.
I don't know if the wall's gone, it just did not roll well.
That'll be next turn when I
Okay, so
teleport over there and use my
23.
gravity wave.
I throw the building.
Oof, yeah, you blew out the entire wall, yes.
Now the building needs to make a toughness check to not collapse.
Yeah.
If it does, I hope Epiphany Jones has a really hard head.
It's a good thing this fight's taking place in the abandoned warehouse district.
Like every other fight.
Well, abandoned warehouse, abandoned dry cleaners.
Abandoned gas
Abandoned
station.
City Hall.
Abandoned gas station.
If it was headed for Epiphany, it probably took out the corner of the building.
Yes.
Most buildings can't really hold themselves up if they're missing a corner.
No, they cannot. I'm mostly just checking how much damage this would do in falling on her.
A lot. It would do a lot.
Yeah.
I indirectly got exactly what I wanted. Woo.
Yeah, it probably would do more damage, honestly.
It probably will. Yeah, buildings. Someone having a building fall on them is heavy rank damage. We're talking like, I think like rank 15 or something, depending on how tall the building is.
Yeah,
Uh,
mass rank, yeah.
It's only 2-story, and it can't all fall on her.
Yes, only like a quarter of it is going to fall on her.
I'm going to claim this was on purpose, but none of this damage is really my damage.
So I'd say you can probably, with her standing in the alley beside it, you can probably max out at. You could probably max out at this being a damage rank 9 area attack.
Yeah.
As that whole story just goes, well, we're going down now.
That
This is a
mostly
ground
matches
floor
what I was just
establishment.
checking by the mass, so yeah, let's go with that then.
Well, if you want to do a mass way, you just divide the mass of this building
It
by
mostly
4.
meets up with it, so there's not really any reason to do the entire math.
Alright, there you go then.
Okay, so 9 plus 15, 24. Yeah, she better hope she makes a good toughness check for this.
Oh god, the building.
Yeah, everybody in this city is going to hate me within a month.
Yeah, she did not make a good toughness check. She is a doubt, but yeah, okay. Omega.
Did she
picks
make
up-
a dodge check?
No, I have not. Thank you for reminding me.
She fails
So
me
her
technically.
dodge is not
Might
much
half
better.
the damage ranks.
In this
Fail
case,
spectacularly.
halving the damage ranks subtracts 5 from the DC for her toughness check.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
Still not very good for her, but it did make it a little better. Because she did make the dodge check. So, yes, Omega picks up the minivan and the cab of the truck, tosses it at Epiphany Jones, that the minivan does hit Gator on the way there and just kind of stop on his back, which he shrugs off with admirable toughness. But the truck cab continues to go through, pummels straight through the corner of the building, which then collapses down on Epiphany Jones's head. She does manage to dive out into the street, and, well, most of the brick still manages to fall on and across her back, but she's still standing.
So now her hair is mussed.
She's lost her top hat.
How dare us?
Take that, you hipster.
So yeah, she had 2 degrees of failure on that one.
Feel free to turn those into objects or backgrounds.
Ah, yes, that is a useful thing, thank you. I think I actually have some around here as well. Yes, I do.
I've got like 2 gigs of
Uh,
miscellaneous assets.
I believe
I've got a fair number.
I believe I already became electricity when I became invisible earlier, so I think
Yep,
that's
you
my
did.
turn.
Should have, yes.
I remember that. Yes, I do.
Just need to get these 2 back.
By the way, I love Turnabout because it's semi-broken, and I wish there was a way to get Lindahl to do that.
While I'm getting this set up as the building being destroyed, it's Allan's turn.
Okay. Alright, very first of all, I need to make an athletics check in order to briefly double my movement speed.
Yes, as like the one person of the party who does not have any kind of enhanced speed, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I do if I transform, so fair enough.
You're also big.
It helps.
I cannot remember whether the DC's 10 or 15, though. Let's see.
15.
I want to say 15.
There we go, 15, as a free action to run faster.
Gotta go fast.
You rolled perfectly well.
Allan is fortunate that he has been hitting the treadmill.
Unlike last time, in which case he did not, and well.
Too damn old for this shit.
I offered you a ride.
You
You
did.
gotta run with somebody else.
Yeah, I gave you to use someone else, and then I had to run the last block anyways, because I did not want to land in the middle of all this bullshit.
Especially when a building is already collapsed within seconds of you arriving.
And a car exploded. That's not my fault, and neither is the building, believe it or not.
Allan pauses at the corner here, one hand on a knee, taking in the scene.
They
Oh,
probably
right.
summed up with chaos.
Yeah, chaos is
Chaos!
definitely a good
Professor Chaos.
description for what's here. He is quite taken aback by the appearance of Tar Pit there. And before he can do anything else, he needs more information.
Mm-hmm.
So, While still looking weak and helpless, except for the Uzi he's holding in the other hand, and
Of
well,
course.
probably his armor looks somewhat like a combat uniform.
A little bit, yeah.
I am going to use matter kenning.
Okay.
I am going to, through the conductive medium of the ground, ken out the makeup of Tar Pit.
You're going to be very disappointed with this.
He's made of tar.
He's made of tar.
Just tar?
Just tar.
100%.
Set
It is
him
a
on
walking
fire.
pile of tar.
He is literally a tar pit with eyes.
So tar as in the tar you'd find in the La Brea?
Yes.
That does not disappoint me. That makes me very happy.
Mmm.
Because now I can turn you
Throw
into
feathers
glass.
on.
Unfortunately, that's a second move action. I need to decide whether or not I want to burn a point in order to not get murdered before my turn next come round.
Mmm.
Yeah, fortune does not favor the dead, it favors the bold. Burning a hero point to get one more standard action. This takes me to a current of 2.
Okay.
I am going to, in my nice gloved hand, combat armor,
Hmm.
I'm going to, in my nice gloved hand, take out a packet of raw material, turn it into white phosphorus, and throw it into Tar Pit.
Lovely. Hmm. Yeah, you will have to make an attack roll for that one.
Yep, rolling my ranged to hit with a throw.
You do gotta hit the broadside of a barn after all.
Just checking some things now.
I don't suppose he counts as flanked or anything.
Nah, it doesn't exist in this. Unless you have some sort of power that helps you. So on the other hand, things like, needing to have precise shot don't exist either, so tit for tat.
Hmm.
Because he is theoretically in a melee.
Well, here's hoping that his dodge is not all that hot.
He doesn't seem like a very dodgy kind of blob, but what do I know? Nice.
You have hit. What exactly is your white phosphorus going to do?
White phosphorus exposed to air burns very hot.
Lovely.
And I don't mess around with anything quite so nice as standard weaponized white phosphorus. I just threw a chunk of phosphorus at him.
Hmm.
He's made up of volatile hydrocarbons.
He should probably either explode or burn really brightly.
See, this is what I meant when I said you're going to be disappointed.
Oh?
Because he's made of tar. He does not react like tar.
Oh?
But you are going to burn him with that, which means we do need to figure out an actual damage rank for that.
Let me just check if the SRD has anything about setting people on fire.
No, there's fire ranks. I have a flamethrower, so, you said it was phosphorus, right?
Yep.
That's rank 8.
That is under the same example as burning jet fuel and napalm.
That's what I'm assuming he's throwing the equivalent of. You said it was serious business.
Does phosphorus count as a chemical accelerant?
That is an excellent question, but I would rank it alongside napalm.
Then it would be rank 8, yes.
Rank 10 is like super sciencey fire. I forget what rank 9 is though. Like super fucking spaceship
Experimental
fuel.
stuff.
Yeah, like spaceship fuel and shit.
So yes, rank 8 of damage, and he's on fire.
Actually,
On
hydrazine is
fire.
not so flammable in air. It's great as a jet fuel, but as a space engine fuel, but it's not all that hot in air.
Okay, so 23 damage total.
And I believe it will be ongoing.
Yes. You successfully lit the entire back of Tar Pit on fire, and it does seem to be remaining that way.
Blur, 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 blur.
But one single eye kind of travels through the front of his body to look out at you through the back, through the flames, and he looks angry. He doesn't seem very much inconvenienced in any way.
Good to know.
He also now has one eye on the front of his body and one eye on the back. They are looking at Chiome and Allan, respectively.
I am simultaneously done and done for. Go.
It's Gator's turn. He kind of snorts through his face and looks down at the minivan that has now kind of crashed into him and stopped. Before he
Does
shrugs,
he say, "Do you have insurance?"
he shrugs and tries to pick it up.
If it's within his mass rankable strength,
Yes,
then he
that
doesn't
is
have to
what
make
I'm
any kind of
checking.
check. It's
That
up.
is what I'm checking.
You only make a check if it's beyond your ability.
Mm-hmm. Just need to go get the very useful ranks and measures table.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, he can lift that very easily. So Gator picks up the minivan.
You now have a minivan.
I
That is
put
his
it in
standard
my
action
pants.
to pick it up. And he's
Mhm.
holding it over his head when he jumps onto the trailer to join Captain Oblivion. And he walks over to the end of it. He
Good for you.
grins a very toothy grin at all of you.
All right then.
We gonna get smushed.
No, we're
Epiphany
not.
Jones is attempting to recover from having a lot of bricks dropped on her head. She glances behind her at the ruins of the building as it's still kind of collapsing, with some bits of the walls managing to stay up a bit longer than others. Then she looks up at the roof where Omega is, but she can't see her, and growls to herself. And then the roof explodes. Omega,
The
please
roof
make
has
me a
exploded.
dodge check. And then a toughness.
Let's see. Yeah. More explosions. This is like the third one.
Dodge check.
Dodge and toughness.
Then the water main, not merit water main, then the gas main, paradoxically on the roof of the building, spontaneously fails.
That's
Yeah,
as
we-
best as she's
Good
gonna
roll.
do.
We got us here a class 3 reality bender.
I assume
That
that's your
higher or
dodge.
what than a class 2?
Class 1 is the most potent.
Okay, so that's how
Class
I rank
1
them.
is where they blink and your insides are now your outsides.
Ah,
No, class
Actually,
1.
no, Class 1 is where they dream and the world changes itself
Yes.
accordingly. Please make me your toughness as well. Because it is an area effect.
though it is going to be reduced by half thanks to your excellent dodge.
Yes, it is. Brad?
Yeah, the toughness checks just so a plus 6, right?
Mm-hmm. You rolled +6 both of them.
That
Not
is less
so good. At least you have the ranks, which does actually help you quite a bit.
At least you're not unconscious.
But
So my next character is a shadow mage.
so yes, the top of the roof explodes for seemingly no reason, which sends Omega up into the air a bit. But since she can fly, that's not exactly a big deal. But she does get scorched pretty badly. You take a bruise and you are staggered. Duke.
Okay, I still have one of these left. It's about time I used it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Standard action. Grab hold of the trailer. Hero point.
Okay.
Hurl trailer into next goddamn planet. Cause they're going somewhere really far away now. And I hope they enjoy landing on something painful. So, I have a strength of 13, and I can lift 250
Yes,
tons.
you
I think I
can
can
pick
lift
up the
all
trailer,
this,
you don't have to
them,
worry about
that
that.
car. I'm lifting this trailer, Gator, the car Gator's carrying, and Captain Oblivion, and I'm throwing them over there. You are now in the lake or something.
What I'm checking now is that I feel like they should probably get some kind of check to jump off of this trailer as you're picking it up.
I don't know.
But I don't know
I'm
if
not
there's
doing
actually a
anything to them
specific
is the
rule
thing.
for this situation. Okie dokie. I'm just going to go ahead and do it that way, where I'm going to have each of them make I suppose in this case, they're actively trying to move out of the way of it, so I'll use dodge. They will each make a dodge check to try and get away.
I will say that Mr. I'm carrying a car is going to take one hell of a penalty.
Yes, he is. You don't need to worry about that. He cannot dodge very well when he's holding, like, 5 times his own... No, not even that. A lot times his own body weight over his head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Captain Oblivion. What are your strength ranks?
Mine? 13.
Yes. 13? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the DC with this would be.
You can just take it as a damage rank, so 13 plus 15 versus their dodge roll. That makes sense to me, but yeah.
Sorry, you're throwing this thing?
He's
I'm
picking
picking
it
up
up and throwing
this.
it.
Yeah, and throwing them both on top of it as far away from here as physically possible.
So they will...
$20 they don't have safe ball.
They'll take regular falling damage, but your throwing distance is the rank of your strength minus the rank of the weight you're lifting.
I know.
Yes, what I'm checking right now is that I figure they should have some kind of dodge to get off of it as he's picking it up, especially since he's spending a hero point to have another action this turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure if that DC is too high, considering it's a fairly simple matter to jump off of something.
Yeah, but you're not expecting him to suddenly lift the whole sodding thing and hurl it.
True.
Not something you're expecting.
Anticipating, no.
No, I'm going to do your strength plus 10, not 15.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to figure out exactly where we are. We're south of the Emerald Tower, right?
Yes.
So
There is actually a
assuming
marker for this on
assuming
the
we're
Emerald City map, if you go and look.
is this still north?
The crash scene is to the southeast of Emerald Tower.
Okay, so for southeast.
So Captain Oblivion manages to jump off onto the street before you hurl the thing. Gator does not.
Gator, this is going to suck to be you in the next couple seconds. How far can I throw him? So how much weight is that? Let's see.
Let's see. How heavy is the average trailer?
11 ton.
Yeah, it is empty, so that will work perfectly well. He's holding a 2-ton minivan over his head.
It's 12 tons.
His weight doesn't
That's
matter
exactly
at this
on
point.
9.
So 13 tons, if weight is what you're lifting.
Hold on.
But yes, it does.
I can
We'll
throw
round
that.
it down to that 12 tons, as that's what's on the
So-
measurements table.
Rank
So that's a
9.
rank 9.
Rank 4 distance, 500 feet.
They're going 500 feet. Direction.
Which direction?
Oh, I'm sweeping. He's basically picking it, sweeping it to the left so he doesn't hit any of
So you're throwing them
friends
east. Okay.
and east. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we're I can't reach the river from here with all that weight, so he's just going east 500.
500. I'm going to put him off the map that distance, actually.
Go bother someone else.
Yeah, Omega, I think you just got a free ticket of pardon from all this property damage. Because Ralph just relocated the property damage.
We
Pretty
need to
much,
rename
yeah.
our team. Just team collateral damage and just leave it at that.
Yep.
I haven't even so
Oh,
much as
wonderful.
burst a water main yet.
Didn't you blow up a rope?
Yeah,
at
you
one
blew a
point?
hole in a building. Admittedly, the buildings were already blowed up, but still.
So at some point during the flight, you see Gator leave the trailer, and you see the minivan leave Gator's hands and kind of fall off somewhere else.
At
But
some
Gator
point along the way.
lands 500 feet away. Somewhere.
Have fun, Gator.
If you zoom out on the map, you will see actually exactly how far that distance is. Yeah, Gator's not having a fun time of it.
Where is that? I don't see it. It's a crash scene.
Just go east a ways.
He is off in the infinite blackness. You can see it.
I hope Gator has a movement power.
I hope he doesn't.
But yes, he is off to your right. Which is east.
Bye, Gator.
Yeah, he's got a ways back.
When you get back, I'll be ready to punch you in the nog. I still have a move action.
Chill,
though.
mate.
I'm not done.
Yes, take your move action.
I just need to be somewhere that's workable. I don't want them to get free shots on me. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, I need to measure something. Allan, you're too far away. Okay, we're good. Just measuring. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm good where I am, actually. I need to be within 30 feet of Allan. That's actually kind of important.
Chill, mate.
Alright, so let's start off with an affliction
Fuck this noise.
on Captain Oblivion.
Okay.
Also using all-out attack, so she's at -5 defenses right now.
Is that active defenses or all defenses?
Active.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see how Gator is if he returns to the fight.
Roger that.
I will actually be checking
Gator
if he
felt
just
so
gets
smart.
knocked-
I have a
flat
car.
out knocked out by that, but we'll see. Yes, so
Nice
you are
car.
hitting
I have you,
Captain
the
Oblivion
car,
with
the
an
trailer.
affliction.
Yep. Debilitating strike. Vulnerable, defenses, incapacitated. Alternate resist, parry, cumulative, and multi-attack.
Okay, so you have multi-attack, so you get to add quite a bit. You get to add a +5 on that one because you rolled very well. So that is a DC 21. Does that already have the +10 of affliction in there?
Yes.
Okay.
So now he rolls parry to not to have the affliction or something, right?
It's degrees of failure is what we're looking at.
But he does
Okay.
need to roll, yes.
And yeah, does need to roll.
Okay, his parry. doo-doo-doo. Okay, and you had a DC 21. Okay, what are your afflictions?
Okay, so degrees of failure. Vulnerable is 1 degree, defenseless is 2nd, and incapacitated is 3.
He is now defenseless. You have sliced through his legs.
Huh.
Wasn't really going for that, but okay.
All right. Well, he's a legless man then.
You haven't chopped them off.
Oh,
But-
okay. I'm like,
We've
oh,
hamstrung him.
Interpreted that as.
Me too. I'm like, oh well, all right then. No more legs for him.
Well, let's
Let's
hope he
just double
doesn't
check.
have a healing factor.
Yes, the defenseless character has active defense bonuses of 0. You can make attacks on defenseless opponents as routine checks.
So you can plonk him on the head as much as you like.
If you choose to forego the routine check and make a normal attack check, any hit is treated as a critical hit.
Damn. So
And
he's
yes,
handled.
you have sliced through both of his hamstrings, and he is also now prone because he can't stand up anymore. Captain Oblivion is not having a fun day.
Oop.
Let's just leave him there, I guess. He's handled.
And now I'm going to go ahead and burn a hero point for a second standard.
Okay.
Bap. Go for the crit.
I think we're worried about Tar Pit.
I'm going to do the exact same thing on Tar Pit.
Okay.
A lot worse of a roll, unfortunately.
Such is life.
Yes, well.
Though I would imagine Tar Pit's ability to parry things is not so awesome.
Hard to know.
But Tar
He's
Pit
kind of
is
a blob.
also made of tar.
Mm-hmm.
Server has disconnected.
Hmm?
I guess I've been dropped from the server.
That's odd, especially since it says you're still here. Hold on.
Happens. Just kick his ghost.
I always forget where to do that because...
Connections window.
Right, that one I don't usually have open. Okay, kicking your ghost. Your ghost has been kicked.
Oh no, his ghost came back.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
see,
am
now
the
the
ghost of
problem is,
TCP sections past.
you have nowhere to aim on Tar Pit. So you do slice at his legs, kind of.
They just don't have hamstrings, so he doesn't care.
Keep in mind this is technically a tech attack.
Sorry?
You mean technology?
Yeah, from her blades as well.
Well, if he has weakness technology, yeah, but I don't think he does have.
Fair.
Some things would, but I don't think a Tar Man would. I mean, we use it to fucking fuel him, unless you, like, I put him in my fuel box.
I'll put it this way. You could slice through his legs, and it does separate him and cause him to stumble a bit, but they reform almost immediately.
Yeah, fighting Clayface with bladed weapons is no fun.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you're going to do?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna move.
Leave town.
I'm not gonna sit there while this guy's next to me.
You're doing very well so far.
Perp down. One perp escaped the hard way.
Try and stay within 30 feet of the Duke, Chiomi, unless you feel like you can get really far away, because I can interpose
I can
myself
get
if you
really
do.
far away.
Okay, get really far
Shiome
away.
has a lot of speed
Technically, I
ranks.
could go fight Gator.
Alright, go fight Gator.
Plus, I destroyed one of those evil buildings.
Yes, the
So, yeah.
buildings are in cahoots.
She's now
I think
doing
I
the
also,
Batman
considering I just
impersonation.
threw an entire trailer and another car on top of that, I think I might have destroyed a couple buildings myself. Just not on the map.
Run
Mhm.
straight up the side of a building, end up there, and end your turn.
Even if it's not
Okay.
our official name, I really hope the news starts calling us the Wrecking Crew.
Anything's possible.
That or collateral damage 101.
Sorry, just checking one of Captain Oblivion's advantages here. Okay, does not apply to
Advantage doesn't need legs.
this. Unfortunately, not for that. And it is Captain Oblivion's turn, where he spends most of it yelling. Incoherently. He's in a lot of pain.
Legs.
You can fashion new legs out of stumps.
He doesn't missing his legs.
But now I need to check something. Because defenseless doesn't mean you can't move.
Now he can roll.
He can try to crawl around without legs, yeah.
Mhm.
He still has legs.
Yes, he just can't put any weight on them.
Yeah, he can't use them if they've been slashed up so bad he's defenseless.
Yeah. He
he
has
also-
working arms. You can crawl at your normal ground speed minus 1 rank.
I don't believe he has any speed ranks. No, he does not.
Although I would make that minus 2 if he doesn't have his legs to help him crawl.
Yeah, he's gonna be moving, but very slowly.
Yeah, if he doesn't have any speed ranks, that lets him move at 1 square. It's 6 feet, but you'd round it to 5, so.
Mhm.
Yep. In that case, he's not actually going to be running away.
He's gradually getting away, Chief.
He crawls, 6 feet closer to the Duke and attempts to grab the Duke's leg
Stop that.
with, his giant arm.
Go ahead and roll the head. It's much easier now. I'm not deflecting.
Yes. Yeah, he hits you. He does
Okay,
grab a
is this
hold of the
purely a
Duke's
grab
leg.
attempt, or is he doing like a fast grab kind of thing?
He's not even. He's basically just touching the Duke.
In that case, it's just a strength check together. My strength versus his.
He's using a power.
Mine wins.
No,
What exactly are you
he's
rolling
not
for?
trying to grapple you.
Oh, he's not? I thought he said he was trying to grab me. Okay, sorry.
He's,
never mind.
Grab is
trying
not
to
grapple.
He's trying to touch you with his giant glowing hand.
He has touched me with his giant glowing hand. Then, what do I do?
Trying to tell something here because normally it affects fortitude, but it will actually affect the Duke.
I'd roll toughness then. Anything that affects would affect an object in a way that is damaging, and normally attacks toughness just goes straight to. Sorry, goes for fortitude on. It just goes straight for toughness. Okay.
Yeah, then roll your toughness.
Can I keep my 19?
Oh.
Aw.
Cool. Because that's not the plus you had.
Toughness. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a plus 20.
I rolled better somehow.
Well, technically you rolled worse. You just have more to add.
Yes.
Okay, 34.
So I'm presuming he's trying to damage me in some way, so that would go to toughness.
Yes, indeed he is.
However, because the Duke is the Duke, it doesn't work.
You don't
I
know
wouldn't-
that yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule
Let
that
him
out.
narrate.
He does actually affect you. I'm just trying to determine how much.
Hmm.
Ah. Ooh, that's fun. Next time, on words you never want to hear your DM say.
Oh, oops, I need to tweak that down by about 50.
So, his giant robotic gauntlet glove hand thing touches the Duke's leg, and the Duke's leg starts rusting. Whether or not this is
Okay.
actually possible for the Duke's leg to start rusting is up for grabs, but you can definitely feel the leg sagging in that area now.
Alright.
Battle fatigue. No.
So you successfully negate the damage of it. The Duke is not going to have any major structural problems for right now, but you are going to be weakened.
Alright.
How much? Equal to the difference of the check result in the DC. Okay. So, yes. Lose 3 points of toughness.
Alright, I'll just keep that in mind.
And now you know what his giant hand does.
Yes, I'm ripping it off. I don't care if it's attached. No. Flat
Tar
out, no.
pit. Yes, that would be weaken. That is what he just did to you.
Alright, then that's fine.
Tar Pit continues to ignore the Duke.
Oh, drat.
He turns towards Allan while he is still on fire.
Oh, drat.
Blarg! Hugs.
Hugs is a very good way to describe it, yes. So,
Don't worry,
yes.
Alan, I have a thing.
Yeah, you have a thing, but it's all the way over there.
No,
Yeah.
you'll see.
Just checking how it does this. Yes. Okay, so he has to hit your parry first.
My parry.
Well, yes.
Right. That's a 9.
Might want to work on that one a little bit. And he has an advantage. Adds a certain amount of numbers to his rolls.
So
Check
I'm
exactly
assuming
what
you
it
completely
is.
failed at your attempt to not get hit.
He was attacking my passive dodge.
Oh, do you know if you can hit or
Not my passive dodge, my passive parry.
Well,
Oh,
he rolled
okay.
a 2, but he still hits you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's established in 1 second.
My fighting is -1, which means my parry is -1.
I assume you're using your interpose thing.
Yeah, basically once per round I may put myself in front of Allan, so move.
Hold on, before you do anything, what's the wording on that?
Once per
Because-
round, and when an ally in range of your normal movement is hit by an attack, you may choose to place yourself between the attacker and your ally as a reaction, making you the target of the attack instead. The attack hits you rather than your ally, and you suffer the effects normally. You cannot use this advantage against area effects or perception range attacks, only those requiring an attack check.
Okay, so as long as it requires an attack check. Okay,
And
go
that
ahead.
did, so I can just
Because
Well,
it
screw
is
you.
an affliction he's trying to do, it just requires an attack check.
yeah. So he suddenly the Duke is there and just puts his arm in the way.
Alright, then he'll be trying to eat the Duke's arm, and consequently the rest of the Duke.
No, Duke.
So he has hit you.
Yep. Yeah. Now I can roll toughness like normal and all
It's
that.
a fortitude effect, and it doesn't affect objects.
All right then. So he just noms on Duke's arm.
So
for
he
a
does
bit.
kind of consume the Duke's arm. It's still there, but he's completely covering it. But Allan is none the worse for wear. Tarpit
alright?
continues to ignore the Duke.
Get some distance. This thing's after your blood.
Thanks, big guy.
Distance now.
Trinity is carrying a briefcase. This is important because the part of her that is carrying the briefcase picks it up to look at it really quick, and then she starts trying to run away.
She finally realized she robbed a truck, and now she has to run away like she robbed something.
Took long enough.
3 heads takes 3 times as long to figure that out.
Y'all have different opinions on which way to run.
Party conflict.
She's just trying to determine how she's going to run away, because she can fly, but there are other methods as well.
She rolls a d3 and chooses one, does she?
Yeah.
No, she is indeed just going to start flying. How quickly can she fly? She's already 20 feet up. She has... Yeah, she can fly very fast. But she's not actually leaving just yet, it seems. She's just flying very high up, about 100 feet into the air.
Okay.
She
I could throw a tarpet at her.
seems curious about what's happening to the others here, including Tarpit, yes. Because she doesn't actually attack anybody now. She's just watching. Omega, you are staggered.
Okay, just 1 second.
Dazed and hindered.
So one
I'm
standard
just-
action and half movement.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around how big a space 1 million cubic feet is.
Pretty big.
Depends on how you shape it.
If I were to put a dome 1 cubic feet around centered on myself, how big a radius would it have?
Just a second.
It's big enough that it's not attacking anybody specifically, so I'm hoping to just lock everybody into the area.
Yeah, that's big enough that nobody can really make a dodge check to get out of it.
1 million cubic feet, you said?
1 million cubic feet, yes.
That actually only has a sphere. Only has a sphere that big only has a radius of 62 feet.
I was going to go with a hemisphere,
Double it.
so 120 feet-ish or so.
Yep.
It
I'd
is
have
actually...
to get to the ground to hemisphere.
I will note that Trinity is 100 feet up.
Yeah.
Meaning 50 feet above Omega. So, yeah, she's Trinity is outside of that bubble range.
No.
Unless you move closer to her or something.
Well, I will worry about her attempted retreat next turn when I'm hopefully not staggered.
I'm not sure the staggered goes away unless you find a way to make it go away.
Or use a recovery action, yeah.
Yeah, recover or, do what you did before, an ad hoc or regen power.
Too bad I didn't get the full effect of my 21 ranks, then I'd have 2 million cubic feet. Oh wait, yeah, if you're not using something as an attack, you do get the full effects of its ranks. I actually have 2 million cubic feet.
Double it, then.
240 feet radius. Hemisphere.
That is a fair amount more. That should cover this entire map from anywhere on it. No, it doesn't cover from one corner to the other, but if you're standing in the middle.
Well, since from where I'm standing right now, I can actually make a bubble that's a sphere centered on myself 120 feet.
Yes.
Nobody's going anywhere. It
Yeah.
has toughness 21.
Okay.
And it's a force effect.
Alright then, you have made an enormous bubble.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Only got the one standard, so yeah. Allan, the Duke has successfully stopped you from being eaten by an animate mass of tar.
Okay. I see Omega's got the three-headed transparent woman
Bubbled.
somewhat caged. Gator's somewhere off in the wilds. And Captain Oblivion here is on his knees. On his belly, actually. In that case, I just need to stall until we get things prop. Oh, wait, no, we've still got Epiphany Jones over there.
Yes.
She's a bit beat up, but she's still functioning.
Yes.
How fast on her feet has she been so far?
She managed to dodge out of the way of a
Completely
falling
human.
building.
She's been completely human.
Do you want to go over there and wrestle her?
No.
Put her in a stone cage?
She does not seem any faster than the average person you'd meet off the street.
Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry, I have to reshape that.
Okay.
I forgot I actually have to be touching my bubbles.
Ah.
We can just touch one end of that end over there and spread it the other direction. Don't tell the cars are back.
It actually, yeah, sorry. You really shouldn't put those things on the template.
I don't have any choice where I draw them.
Yeah, I'll put those.
Yeah, just do it on the background and big gray square.
Background will actually put it below any of the background objects. You want it on the object layer.
Yeah.
Drawings are below.
That is a white box with gray outline. By the way.
Yes. Two
Sorry,
paint
I'm
box.
trying to figure out where I can actually place it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I wanted to do.
You can hit escape to cancel the drawing.
That'll work.
Anyway, I'm just trying to decide whether I want to cage Tar Pit for processing or take care of Epiphany Jones. Tar Pit seems insistent on pursuing, but I'm fairly sure Epiphany's responsible for some of these explosions.
Yeah,
A
50-50 shot.
reasonable assumption, yes.
Ralph, I know this situation's kind of liquid, but try and keep this guy pinned down. I'll be right back.
That's a bubble.
Was that a pun? That was terrible. Good job.
Are you making an athletics check?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Show me shots down. It was horrible. Then she gets a face full of tar, man.
I'm just checking how far I can get. I do not want to use a burning truck as cover.
No, you
There's
don't.
not even a truck there anymore.
It's just pure
literally
fire.
Just fire.
That burns nothing. It's just fire.
It's burning the leftover gas. It will peter out eventually, but it's still going for now. It's only been a few seconds after all.
All right. Yes, I'm making a check to jog, which I botched this time.
Badass.
No worry.
Oof.
Still get my 30 feet of movement.
You twisted your ankle.
You can pass through me
Yeah.
freely.
No, I'm just gonna move this far so I have a clear line of sight, but I'm kind of using the Duke as cover.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
I'm gonna shout, "Sorry about this, miss, but there's not many options," and open fire at her with the Uzi.
Lovely.
Sometimes you just got to shoot someone, and I cannot possibly do anything about it in the quicker. So, it is a multi-attack weapon, targeting a single target. Rap.
You barely hit, so you don't get any benefit from multi-attack, unfortunately.
Okay, the damage rank is 3.
You do manage to wing her. You've drawn blood, but
Okay.
it's mostly just hit her arms. She takes another bruise.
Hoping for a daze, but that'll do.
Gator is off having a fun time. I will actually double check this, but I'm pretty sure he does not have anything that lets him get over here quicker. No, he would have actually been better off if he managed to land him in the bay.
Yeah.
He could move faster then.
Yes, he could. He will be moving towards you.
As fast as his gatory legs
Got a
go.
vendetta.
Mm-hmm. But it's more than likely that you'll be finished up here by the time he ever gets back.
Alright guys, I'm here to help. Wham! Right in the face.
Oh, yeah,
Epiphany Jones.
I just realized I never actually described what my bubbles look like. They're just huge sheets of shimmering electricity. You can see them plainly.
Cool.
I'm
Lots
not
of
touching that.
zapping. Epiphany Jones will look up and around at the sudden electric bubble that surrounded everything, but then she's a bit more distracted by someone shooting at her. And then she will glare at Allan, and then the gas main below his feet blows up.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge checks from both the Duke and Allan. And then
That's
toughness.
adorable.
That's a very good dodge check from the Duke, considering that he doesn't have any.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to point out that unless this is a rank... Actually, you know what? If it's even if it's a rank 10 damage, it won't do jack squat to the Duke.
No, it will not. Duke is fine. Allan, unfortunately, will take the total hit, so please roll me a toughness.
Nice.
Yeah, you...
You emerge unscathed, just like flapping
suddenly,
cloak around.
there is a gas main below your feet, and it does blow up. but you managed to step back enough, and apparently the damage is localized enough that it all just kind of flies in front of your face. It's very hot, and you might be missing a bit of your eyebrows, but you're none the worse for wear. The Duke doesn't care, obviously. Epiphany Jones will scowl and kind of run through the rubble of this building. She can't run very far, but she's doing it.
Yep.
The Duke.
Squash
Tarpit's
that
attached
thing
to me,
flat.
isn't he?
Please
Tarpit
squish
is-
that thing flat.
Yes, I know. I'm asking, is Tarpit attached to me?
No. Like, you can shake him off. He's not
No, I mean, if I
actively
was to
trying-
start moving, would he go with me, is the question.
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, alright, I have to focus on them, because I was going to just turn to a truck, ram through a building, and teach her why running from me is a terrible plan, but alright, I'll deal with Tarpit.
Tarpit
Okay.
is also continuing his thing of not even looking at the Duke.
Yeah,
All out of
I think he's just a mindless devourer of things, and someone else brought him here.
Yep, I failed to hit. What the
I
heck
did
is
a bit.
that?
You
Oh,
just
okay, no, that's
hit
a
with an
total.
extra
Sorry,
bracket.
it's yeah. It was
Does a
weird.
1 count as an auto fail in this?
Yep. If it's
Alright,
an
I just
if it's an
swing
attack
and-
roll.
I'm
Put
basically
it this way.
just trying to swat him. He keeps swirling around my arm.
You hit Tarpit, and well,
Splork.
you hit Tar.
Just splorks.
I'll note, by the way, that the Aegis agents have not been in initiative because they're mostly just shooting and not doing anything to anyone here.
Yep.
Even Captain Oblivion, in his prone state, is able to just hold his giant gauntlet up and protect himself.
Alright, well, I'm gonna move. Yeah, no, I gotta stay here because Tarpit. Alright, I'm good.
Stalemate!
Come back and kick up Captain Oblivion in the skull or something.
Meh.
After Epiphany Jones, too. You can go after anyone you want, actually. There's lots of targets.
Well, she saw Allan shooting at something and then explosions happen, so it's pretty easy to put two and two together.
Yes, a sudden gas mains where there wasn't one before.
Mm-hmm.
So a hop, a skip, and a drop.
Get her alive. She could solve the energy crisis.
That is entirely up to you.
Couldn't you solve the energy crisis?
Keep your trap shut.
Ooh, bad to hit.
Are you just attacking her?
Yep.
You still hit her, but you're not getting anything from multi-attack.
Yeah, that's bad news. So that's
Oh,
going
she's
to be just
bruised,
a
pretty-
DC 21
Okay.
with, penetrating, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that matters for her.
No, it really doesn't. You do manage to slice through her abdomen, which hurts. You leave a decent gash on her. But she's still standing. She's definitely woozy from loss of blood, though.
I like your shoes. Leaps away.
This would be a bad time to point out that my sister looks a lot like Epiphany Jones here, and she just had surgery on her abdomen a couple days ago.
I'm spying on you, didn't you know?
We all are.
Anything else?
No, because she wants to try to at least be a wall, which is probably a horrible idea, but yeah, just gonna stand in her way.
Captain Oblivion, then. He has apparently managed to recover from his pain enough to monologue at you again. Do you think it matters that you've taken me down? None of this matters. We're still gonna get out of here with what we got paid for, and nothing you do matters in any way.
I am gonna tear that arm off and shut up your ass, son, if you don't shut your goddamn mouth.
You just got pointless words. You can't do anything.
It's going up his ass.
How drunk is this guy?
Well, he's mostly delirious from a
Blood
pretty
loss.
bad blood loss.
It's fine.
I
Something
mean, you
delirious
did
from moving
manage
around.
to just get it to the point where he can't even stand.
He's
Don't-
fine.
Don't worry, it's only a flesh wound.
You didn't
So,
need that
here's
part.
a question for Omega. Did you make it a full sphere?
Yes.
Does it go through the ground?
Yes.
Okay, then. He's going to have a bad time. Just checking the mechanics on this really quick. Yes, okay.
Yes, it's a shimmering electric force field that cuts through everything in the area.
So how high up are you? Is this a 120-foot radius?
Yep, we said I was 50 feet up. So
Yeah, it does say 5 stories on that building. So how far down would it go?
yeah, you can only cut through it automatically if you like me have insubstantiability with the electricity modifier. Otherwise, you can try to bash through its toughness, but have fun.
What's funny is that a lot of this fight was supposed to have Captain Oblivion and Epiphany Jones flirting with each other, but Captain Oblivion was in no position to do that pretty quickly.
Yeah, he was pretty much taken out about as fast as Crocman. Just, hi there, we're the Storm Shields, and you're underground now.
Yes,
Lower.
Captain Oblivion is going to slam his hand into the ground, and it's going to make a tunnel for him. Mostly right under him, he's going to start falling.
He's gonna hit a wall and go, ow.
It's at a controlled rate, but just need to check how much of a tunnel he can make.
That'd be
Nice hole in
hilarious
the
if we just
ground.
made a
Spin my
giant pit
flamethrower.
and fell right into my thing.
My drill is the drill that will pierce the. Ow, shit! Electricity! Ow, why?
Move through soil and sand at a speed rank equal to your burrowing rank minus 5. So yes, he can actually go quite a ways, so he will go all the way down and run into Omega's barrier. With a yelp you can hear all the way up from the bottom of the tunnel.
I'm gonna stick my flamethrower on the hole he made and see how he feels about a bath.
I'll leave him where he is on there, since he is generally in the same place, just
Very deep.
quite a ways down.
Right up.
Tar Pit.
Hi, Tar Pit.
Time to check something odd he's got.
By the way, has he been taking or trying to extinguish himself, or has he been
No.
taking his fire damage?
He doesn't care about the fire damage.
Okay.
This is why I said you'd be disappointed.
Okay.
On any other person here, that'd have been awful for them.
But tar, man, is immune to fire because tar.
Well, tar is normally flammable, I believe.
I know, that's why I said because tar. It doesn't supposed to make sense.
Where is it? There it is. Okay. Alright. So, Tar Pit. Oh boy. He is going to just kind of stretch from where he is past the Duke to grab at Allan.
Stretchy arm.
Yes.
Do you make an attack roll?
He is.
Then you want to save time and just say enter and oppose it?
If that's what you're going to do.
I'm not in range to do it to anyone else,
Well,
so...
no.
Yeah.
He has to roll the 2 hit. If he hits me, you can interpose
True.
and be
Yes.
automatically hit.
Alright.
However, his target DC is 9, so...
Yeah.
And considering he has a plus 18,
Yeah.
Does he roll a 1?
he has actually rolled a 1.
Wow, he just completely fails. Here, PD
For dramatic liberties, I'm going to say Allan manages to shoot his arm away.
Pang!
Stop that.
Tar Pit just kind of grumbles in anger with lots of bubbling going on. And then he kind of falls to the ground, looking a lot more like normal Tar, slides under the Duke, and ends up over here before he reforms.
Alright then.
Trinity is going to look up and see there's a sudden bubble of electricity around everything, and be kind of annoyed about this fact. So she's going to hold a hand out at the wall of electricity and try to blast it into oblivion. But not Captain Oblivion, he's taken too much already.
Yeah, still don't want to throw anything at Oblivion right now.
Yeah, I actually drew this circle too big. I can still fit everything into it though, so I'm not gonna bother
Yeah, it's
drawing
alright,
it, just letting it out.
Yeah. So you said it was toughness 21? Please roll that. Also need to make sure she doesn't roll a 1 on her attack check, but...
It's
Consider
15 plus toughness for the roll, right?
No, that's just...
you just roll toughness.
Yeah,
Damage
toughness
is
it
plus
is.
15 to it.
15 plus damage rank is the DC.
Okay.
But you just rolled a d20 plus toughness.
And note that sphere is actually 10 feet
That
shy
rolls pretty
of
well.
being the size it should have been.
Okay. Yes, she does not manage to destroy the wall, mostly just firing purple beams of energy at it, and it sparks against electricity and doesn't manage to do anything. All of her faces look kind of annoyed at this. The one holding the briefcase clutches it protectively.
Someone get that away from her.
Do you want me to hurl you at her?
Omega!
I don't mean me.
Because I can't get up there.
I remind you, you can always burn a hero point in order to remove a condition from yourself. Just so you know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide whether it's worth it.
Yep.
Not really. I'm going to use my standard to concentrate on the bubble, and I'll use a free action to activate my concealment power.
Okay. How exactly does your concealment power work? I know we've had it before, just checking.
What power?
Concealment.
Oh, that. Yeah, it was like, you get like a bonus to your defenses or something.
No, it's I'm completely blocked from all senses, unless the person knows generally where to look for me, and
Oh, you're, like,
is
invisible?
actively looking for me, in which case they get a will to resist it.
Alright, she's doing her weird power thing, right? That's different.
Yes, she's basically invisible right now. Where
Yep.
she can be noticed if somebody looks for her, but
As
otherwise...
As it's a will check, it sounds like a la la la, you can't see me, la 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 la.
It's more like the, not my problem field.
Allan,
How about you take that hole Kath Oblivion just made and fill it with lead? Or something
That's-
equally heavy.
That's not how any of that works.
Well, then turn it into lava. I don't know, do something.
meanwhile, Ralph continues to completely misunderstand what it is that Allan can do.
That's okay. Allan has not been extremely forthcoming with the details.
That's why Ralph is making suggestions that he can't do, because he doesn't know.
I do
Yeah.
like how one of the suggestions is kind of like a playground activity. The floor is lava. The floor is lava.
Quick, turn the air around Captain Oblivion into bullets that shoot him.
Yeah, do that.
He can do that, right?
I'm
Hmm.
sure somebody can. Although he could just shoot him.
Hmm.
Yeah, but that's
Turn
not
the
as
air into
fun.
him with bullets that shoot him. Okay, bang, 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 bang. I shot him. Well, you can't do anything
Are
against
there
Tar Pit, so I suggest dealing with Captain Oblivion, who's either out of it or go help Chalmer. Because
Keep,
with
keep
the
shooting
density of
Epiphany Jones in the face. Gun safety be damned.
Let him talk.
no. The suggestions are all right. Um, so with an area this heavily built up, I imagine the electricity runs underground.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no power lines overhead.
No. And if they were, they would have been cut off. By,
Okay.
bubble.
And thrown trucks and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's power lines overhead if you want to spend a victory point on it.
It's true.
Even if I did, they aren't anymore.
Well, that is still saying you could spend one to have had one survive. That is a thing, changing a
Yes.
scene like that.
Yes. Although, actually, that does give me the kind of idea I'm after. Let me just quickly double check something.
If I had ideas, you can fix Duke's leg or something. I don't know.
Okay, so that is just a descriptor. So, not all that useful here. Well, knowing Tar Pit isn't as nimble as anything else, I think I'm just going to try to bubble him up.
Into a box with you.
Okay, so he needs to make a dodge, I'm assuming.
Yes, he does. And unfortunately for me, the DC is a mere 20.
Which he just hit.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly 20.
That's a shame.
Bloop. So I'm assuming he does not actually move.
Mm-hmm.
So that is unfortunate. He rolled near max for that to make that roll.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see here. Your Epiphany might be dealt with, might not be. Trinity, we have yet to taste what she can really do, so I'm just going to hope that Ralph continues to have my back for now.
For now. I'm so happy I picked up this advantage.
It is a useful thing.
Yes.
It's how you tank in this system.
Is that your turn?
Yes, it is. Moved, standard.
Gator will continue running his way back to the scene.
Get here eventually, guys.
Wonder
shit,
what
there's
he
a
has.
bubble.
I wonder what he has to prove.
He is making his way back. Well, it's mostly that he got paid.
I guess money is
Gotta
a
get
strong
paid.
incentive. Need them Benjamins.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Epiphany Jones.
Who has now at 3 bruises, who have been shot, stabbed, and had a building fall on her. I think I'd be done with this fight.
Yes, but unfortunately she is only dazed, so she can't effectively run. She has something else she can do, though.
Was my best course at you, bitch.
But I like your
Happy
shoes.
anyway.
Ah, yes, that is a very useful thing. Just double checking how this works, because it is the least used effect in the entire game.
Ooh, that's a good. That's a tough one. Slithering.
No,
Damn.
there are snake enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but it's still, you don't really ever see it.
Yes, okay. So Epiphany Jones is going to glare at Chiome and say, and then our heroine gets away with nothing else ruining her wardrobe. And nothing happens. She does seem pleased with herself, though. Duke.
I'm having a weird day.
Welcome to Emerald City.
Could you move this dead body? Because it doesn't matter where it is. It's
Crunch.
No, you're going to be stepping on him.
for goodness. Fine. Happy.
If you don't want to step on the corpse, you have to not step on the corpse.
Then I'm not stepping on the starting course, but I am uppercutting Tarpit into the ceiling.
Go right ahead.
I do actually want to uppercut him to the ceiling, because,
Sure, yeah.
alright.
Hit him. If you hit him hard enough, you can totally knock him into the ceiling. You have successfully hit him.
Okay. As usual, so 13 plus 15 for a 28 difficulty for his toughness check.
Okey-dokey. Yeah, you hit him. He kind of elongates upward, where he stays on top of your fist as you uppercut upwards. But he doesn't care. He doesn't move.
I'm gonna grab him then.
Okay.
Opposing strength
What?
checks, basically.
Okay, oppose.
Or he can use dex if he wants to, but I don't think his dexterity's that good.
You have successfully grabbed him. Kind
Good.
of.
How
very
much did I
slimy.
succeed by? Treating it as like an attack check of
I'm
very
checking
successes.
something right now, actually.
Okay. He might not be grabbable. It's entirely possible.
Yes, that is what I'm checking.
I just like, to try.
Resistance against your strength or rank with the better of strength or dodge.
Yes, you cannot grab him. He just kind of flows out of your hand.
Splurk. Ralph just looks at, like, Allan. I'm out of ideas short of, hitting this guy with bullets, and I don't think it's gonna work.
Is that the Duke's turn?
I punched him, I moved, yeah, I'm done.
Chiome.
You're gonna sort of hate my term. Assessment on Epiphany Jones.
Okay, oh, right. What is
It's
your,
secret.
Yes, what is your insight?
Insight of 6. Final of,
Okay.
plus 10 because of my stats.
Okay, so total plus 10.
Yes.
Okay. Her dodge and parry are higher than yours. Her fortitude and toughness are both lower. Her will is higher. Her average attack check is lower, but her damage is higher. And that's all you get.
Right. Okay. Her silly little smugness makes me suspicious.
As well it should.
Alright, we're gonna go try a tripper.
Okay. You have missed.
Fantastic.
But in missing, you missed because you tripped over a random rock that you are pretty absolutely certain was not there a few seconds ago.
Oh, I think this was luck control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost nothing I can do to this.
I can do something about it.
It's mostly... You can overpower luck control, it just doesn't help that you also rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, that's gonna be your whole turn.
Not going to move?
Why?
Mm-hmm. Because you could?
Right now,
Because
I'm
you
the one
can.
blocking her from trying to get away, so
How about you do
I'm not
this?
moving.
About 80 million times. There, you've moved.
It might disorient her.
Well, let's just not.
Backflip over her head over
Captain
and over and over.
Oblivion. He has finished yelping at running into the electric wall, and will be trying to break through it with his giant glove. Okay, you know what the toughness of your force field is? Does it have a fortitude? If it does not, just roll its toughness.
It is an object, so no.
Okay, roll its
You just
toughness.
go for toughness. That is as good as she's ever going to get in an natural
Yeah,
20.
that is a 20. He is not getting through it this turn, so you hear some cries of frustration coming up the tunnel.
My legs.
Tar Pit!
Tar Pit is right. God damn, he just sits here forever, just like blurg. The
That
Duke
is
and him
what he
just sit there
does.
like,
Tar Pit is going to continue trying to eat Allan.
Of course
do
it
I have
is.
to sit you in a corner, you fucker? Stay still.
He has hit Allan. Is Duke interposing?
Yes. This is going nowhere.
So, let's go ahead and... We know that Duke is not going to be affected by this because it is a fortitude effect.
Mm-hmm.
But, this round, Tar Pit has an extra standard action.
Alright, fair enough. I can only do that once around, so...
You can thank Epiphany Jones for that.
Uh-huh.
And her area-based luck control.
I don't know who to punch through the roof first.
So Tar Pit will be trying to attack Allan again.
Yep.
He has hit. Is his thing a multi-attack? I don't believe it is. No, it is not. Please roll me a fortitude.
When you're done with Tar Pit, there's one thing I forgot we need to backstep for.
Okay.
Want to roll a d20, not a d29.
That would be a little odd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, toughness you said?
Fortitude.
Fort.
Oh, fortitude.
This is an affliction.
Ah. Well, fortunately, the two are the same while I'm in armor.
Unfortunately, you're going to roll terrible, and he's going to consume you, and you'll be delicious.
You did not roll terrible. Well, actually, you rolled under average, but you got a good fort roll. What is his 1 degree of failure?
Your arms melt off.
Tar Pit has successfully managed to engulf one of your arms, and it's rather difficult to move like that. You are now dazed.
Dazed or hindered?
Dazed.
Okay.
That is Tar Pit's turn. Alright, yes. What is your thing?
She has to make a DC against a damage for secondary effect at the
Alright,
end
she's
of my
bleeding.
turn. The DC was 21 last time, so she has to make the check again.
Okay.
Oh, right. Your swords still sting a round later thing.
Yeah.
Because they
She's got
bleed.
3 bruises.
So -3.
Because of her power, she gets to roll twice.
Nope, because this technically happened before she got her power off.
No, it
This is
happens
the
at
one
end
instance
of
where
my
she does
turn.
not get it.
No.
She still did it.
Yeah.
Like, it's still a delayed effect.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the bleeding.
Mhm.
But she rolls awful either way. She's not actually had a third degree of failure yet, is this one? This is indeed... No, actually, this is only 2 degrees of failure still. But she
Another
does double
bruise.
over and receives another bruise and is dazed.
She's into 4 freaking bruises. For a normal
Yeah,
person, she's being pretty sturdy.
Yeah, she's having... Well, she's being very lucky. Trinity is, well, aside from the head that kind of has to face that way, is not paying any attention to the rest of the fighting going on. She's continuing to just try and break out of this. Please roll me more toughness for the barrier. Alright, that's a low roll. Let's see if Trinity gets any multi-attack bonuses. She would indeed. That is a very good roll. So she's a grand total of... Okay, so that is a difference. She does indeed manage to blast a hole through it this turn. It's just, that's not what I want, game. Continues to not be what I want, but there, that works. She's blown a hole. And she will promptly fly outside of the bubble, but not really go anywhere. Then she turns back to keep watching.
Okay. I need to roll a feedback then.
Mm-hmm. How does that work, then?
I roll a separate toughness for myself at my effect rank.
Okay, roll the toughness. Well, you rolled better on that one. What is her toughness from the... What's her damage? Okay. The feedback is hurting, but it's not... It doesn't do very much. You just take a bruise.
I'm just doing that now because I'm dropping it on my turn.
Okay, well, it is your turn now. I will note that you are still staggered.
Sorry, Allan.
Righto.
I'll just drop a new one.
Okay. So they need to make... Yeah, they need to make dodge checks for this one.
I'm in a bubble.
Epiphany Jones will not be, because she could never actually get out of that distance quick enough. But Tar Pit and Trinity will. So, what does the dodge they'll need to make? Anyone know off the top of their head?
I believe.
It's maxed by the campaign's power level. I'm looking.
We're talking an
Ah,
AoE effect.
then-
It's a DC 20 then. It's like
Yeah.
dodge check versus an AoE damaging
Yeah,
or
it's
preventing.
a dodge that does not also involve an attack roll, so it's 20.
Okay.
Back in just a second.
Kind of like my flamethrower.
Oh, no. If an effect allows a resistance check but does not require an attack check, its effect rank cannot exceed the series power level. So it would be a dodge at rank 10.
Really? That seems low.
Mm. It doesn't allow a toughness check. It makes it.
It allows a dodge check.
Yeah, but normally you also have like the actual effect, like.
That would make the DC 20, and the person's dodge can't exceed 10. So even at max dodge, that gives you a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. All right.
Unless you max out dodge and have absolutely nothing in toughness, in which case you would have a 100% chance to get out of that.
Yeah, you'd also, if you ever got hit, you'd just die, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, it sounds low, but it's really not.
Right.
Yeah, I already feel like weak with 8 toughness, so I wouldn't want to go that much lower.
Why do you think I dumped everything into toughness? I want to be able to take shit and keep going.
Yeah, well, my character doesn't make sense to just be a tank.
All of my stuff's at 6, except for parry.
Nuts against certain kinds of attacks as well. Like, Mister, I just need to touch you and get you weakened. Bull crap.
Mm-hmm. So
and Tarpit, I can't do a damn thing against. He's just Tarpit.
So yeah, so they make dodges against the max possible DC, which is 20.
Okay. Just waiting to see if our frame will return in time.
I am.
Hooray! Tarpit does not make his roll, so his grabbing of you will cease. Because he is stretching his arms out to do so, and you are beyond the barrier.
And so his arms get chopped off. And then grow back.
Yes. Trinity, on the other hand, will float out of the radius as it begins to form.
Rude.
Well, I can just keep dropping these. In that case, I'm going to spend a victory point to remove my stagger condition.
Okie dokie. You are no longer staggered.
Hooray!
You have used your standard, though.
Oh, I can't move with that up either, so...
Oh. Well, is that your turn, then?
Well, I can move, I just have to move around its circumference.
Mm-hmm.
Just a sec. Sorry, I'm trying to find it where in my sheet I put my victory points. Okay, put them down there. I have 1 left.
Hooray!
Actually, I'm still invisible, so... Actually, no, I'm not invisible because that power allowed resistance checks. So, we are worried about keeping Trinity here, so I actually will teleport around the circumference of this a bit.
Okay. You are now visible to Trinity.
Yep. And, yeah. So there's my turn.
Okay. Allan, you have just been saved from Tarpit grabbing you. You were going to say
the
something?
3rd time.
The bad news is I'm pretty sure Captain Oblivion can get away, because that would have formed above him.
Indeed it would have. So,
just doing a bit of back of the back of the hand trigonometry here. Yes, I think the field did form above him now.
Okay, well, detonate something on him, please. He's defenseless. You could just detonate like something simple and he'd be knocked the fudge out.
I'm outside the bubble.
I know. So is he. He's underground. You have magic explosion powers. Do them.
I think that might be Epiphany Jones with the more magic
Even if he
explosion
could
powers.
just target him with magic explosion powers, he'd have to be able to see him to do that. The guy's underground.
Yeah. Stick your head underground. Oh wait, don't you have tremor sense? No, you have matter. No, thing.
For the record, you can hear some frantic yelling from inside the building with the Aegis agents.
Yeah, they're
Lightning
separated
keeps
from each
forming
other
around
now.
them.
Well, they didn't see the lightning the first time. They were inside the building, and it was pretty effectively covered by it. Or at least the part that they're in.
Now,
Now they've been separated by it.
Well, they just need to shut up working here.
Okay, I need to set up a solution for Tar Pit.
honestly, unless he gets through this barrier, the solution is ignore the shit out of him because he's not going to bother me and he can't catch Chiyomi.
He does only need to catch Chiyomi once.
Yes, but he's not going to catch Chiyomi ever.
Omega,
Yes.
what is your bubble? What all the descriptors on that power? It's a create object.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up. I have it in here.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to put one on here that I know it's supposed to have. So yeah, it's create with the descriptors force and electricity.
Mm-hmm. And the traits and flaws?
Selective, reduced range, meaning which makes me have to be in contact with it. Concentration, distracting, feedback, and quirk can only make bubbles and walls.
Okay.
It's selective. You can actually run through it if you want. I actually forgot it was.
So if I try to unbubble Tar Pit now, do I get does he suffer any reduction to his dodge because now he has one fewer directions out of 5 that he can go?
I would say yes. I'm not sure what the mechanical change would be.
I'd,
-2. That's usually if there's some advantage or disadvantage involved. It's 2.
True.
I'd also call it 2 only because that's the value for cover.
That would probably be fine then. His dodge reduced by 2.
Okay. I'm going to try to wrap him into a sphere of my own projected bubble. So he may make his dodge. Versus 20.
He has failed.
Okay. And given his flexible nature, Allan is not going to leave much accommodating room for him. I am making a sphere diameter 5 foot around him.
With, I'm assuming, the sphere above the surface of the ground.
I guess I do have to make it a little bigger, otherwise part of him is going to slither out. I will make it an oblate sphere. It will, no, I can't make it an oblate sphere because it is screw it, just a 555 cube.
Okay. Will it be airtight?
It is not only airtight, it is made of crystallized air.
I suppose that counts. A very special form of airtight.
Oh yes.
Tightened by air.
And because it is only 555, it has impenetrable. It has impervious toughness 19.
Fun. Okay then. He
I'm
is
done.
trapped in a box.
Gonna stay in that box.
Actually, because that's because that's an effect that allows a resistance check but does not require an attack check. It actually maxes out at rank 10.
Yes, but that was the dodge. The toughness alone, like it doesn't have any dodge.
The toughness maxes out if it. The toughness also maxes out if it requires a thing.
Yep, toughness maxes out at 20 at this point.
Yeah, it maxes out your rank.
I'm an object, I would know.
Okay, so how does your shield have the toughness of 21?
It doesn't right now.
And it never did.
No, it allowed a dodge check, so it only has a toughness of 10 against people. It allowed a dodge check.
No, I'm not talking about the DC for them to jump out of it before it forms. I'm talking about when they try to damage it.
Yeah, the effect rank maxes out at 10 if it allowed a resistance check against them.
What resistance check? I'm talking about the toughness of your bubble.
Yes, the toughness, the effect's rank maxes out at 10 if it allows a resistance check. That includes its toughness because it's a create effect. So
we're having a slight bit of confusion about something between the words rank and DC.
Yeah, but an effect's DC is determined by its rank.
Yes, but you add to the rank. So yes, if an effect allows a resistance check but does not require an attack check, which is what you've been saying, its effect rank cannot exceed the series power level. But the thing that makes toughness is that it's the effect rank plus more.
Yeah. But the create effect, transform might be different, but the create effect is toughness at the effect's rank. Yeah, unless he meant it was DC 19 because of the toughness. Okay, I gotcha, yeah.
That is indeed what he said.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, mine maxes out at 20.
Yes. Why does yours max out at 20 and you say mine maxes out at 9?
Yeah, I was talking about the effect rank, not the DC.
Anyway, Tar Pit is in a box.
Yes.
It is of toughness 19 and impervious. It is now Gator's turn.
Jog, 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 jog.
He's making his way back, slowly but surely.
Ramming through all the buildings.
More like jumping them. But yes. Epiphany Jones.
Bitch.
It's close half the distance.
Just be walking around you. But
Yeah,
because that area is difficult terrain due to rubble and stuff everywhere, that's as far as she can get.
Oh, I dislike her.
Duke!
Oh, that's handled. Hey, there's a wall in my way. Now there's not. Moving on. Do you want to bother with it, or should we,
No, you can get through it.
Moving on. Swat Epiphany Jones so hard her mother feels it.
Kind of rude.
She's really peeved me off.
Roll that again. Take that one.
Jerk.
You miss.
Alright, well, I miss. Moving on.
Welcome to luck control, ladies and gentlemen.
You get your arm snagged on an upright that somehow survived your transit.
Chiome.
Okay.
Get on the other side of her and just start weighing it on her. Sooner or later, we're going to hit her, and then, that'll solve the problem.
We're going to start this off with an agile feint.
What exactly does that do?
Allows me to use my acrobatics instead of deception.
For what?
The feint maneuver.
Which we've not done yet, so I'm not that familiar with it.
Okay, you can use deception as a standard action to mislead the opponent in combat. Make an acrobatics check for this one as a standard action, opposed by your target's deception or insight. However, she has to oppose with either acrobatics or insight, whichever is better.
Okay. And then if you succeed, they're vulnerable to your
my
next
next hit.
attack.
Yep.
Okay. Please roll that acrobatics again. Take that one.
Okay.
Now she rolls against it.
Now she rolls an insight, yes. Which she has pretty good of.
Sorry.
Yeah, she sneers at you.
Cut out.
She sneers at you. She is not vulnerable to your next attack.
When does this bullshit end exactly?
I don't know.
When
does
we
it
knock
end?
her out.
Cool. When I knock her out, I'm taking her hair.
So bruises don't affect skills then, either.
Not only damage resist checks.
Okay. Hmm. Well, I guess it's not probably worth it. Alright, fine. That's my turn, I guess.
Is that a standard to feint?
Yeah. To attack her afterward, I have to burn a hero point, and I probably can't hit her. So she can make me re-roll every single time.
She does have a limit on it, but she hasn't had to use too many of them yet.
And I have nothing that gets past anything but parry, so...
Okay, Captain Oblivion is digging away about as fast as he can. So he is going to be gone because none of you have a way to follow him when he's digging.
Nope. He can go ahead and leave with his broken legs.
Tar Pit is going to try and break his box.
You don't like the box?
How much damage can he put out?
He needs rank 8 or better for the box to care.
He does have that. Yes, okay. Let's make sure he doesn't roll a 1. He does not. So please roll me a toughness check for the box. It succeeds by 1. So he flails his tar arms all around the box ineffectively. And it's mostly filled with rage and glaring at Allan.
Good, good.
Stay on your box.
Trinity,
Is he
Omega.
still burning?
Logic
At this
says
point,
yes.
Well, yeah. Does white phosphorus burn out?
If there is still oxygen in there, and it doesn't have to be free oxygen.
Well, then it depends. Did you make the box completely airtight? Like, did you try to get rid of the oxygen inside of it?
It is completely sealed, yes. But if he's made of tar...
I'll put it this way. It's tar in its consistency, but there's magic shit going on.
Hmm.
He's not about to follow the rules of logic. In this case, though, because it was only just put in it, the fire is still going for now, yes.
Okay.
So Trinity sees Omega. Trinity does not like having been trapped in a bubble for any amount of time. So Trinity is going to fly over here and shoot at Omega. She has also continued to not say a single word this entire time. That might be preferable. Does she roll a 1? No, so she does hit. By how much? Okay. Please roll me a toughness check for Omega. With 2 bruises. Brad? Okay. So her purple energy beam hits you in the stomach, and it knocks the wind out of Omega for a little bit, but doesn't seem to do much else besides hurt. Omega, your rebuttal.
Bigger laser.
If you're talking, I cannot hear you. I see the little mouth light up, but nothing comes out. Like now, I do not hear anything. Am I alone in this?
No, I do not hear
don't
Brad
anything
either. Text message. Incoming.
Okie dokie.
I'm guessing we're seeing the mouth light up because he's using push to talk.
Doo 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 doo.
All of these overlapping drawings that actually go just off map are causing all kinds of weird grid lines on the background image in the stream.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too. Wouldn't be that surprising, actually, if in the aftermath of this group coming by, there were grids gouged out at the street.
Well, there's already these great spherical cuts intersecting all of the water pipes and sewage pipes and electrical lines. And
Giant chunks of building are blown apart. There's been at least 2 large objects thrown a good 500 feet to the east. A couple explosions.
Allan should not be surprised if at some point if anyone can actually figure out what it is that he does, he gets asked to fix some of these things. He does have the easiest time of it.
Granted.
Well, that's no good.
USB or audio jack microphone? Does it still appear in the recording devices list? And does it make any fluctuation while you're speaking in the VU meter there? That your speakers maybe, unless you've got a a route from your speakers through a line in. Let's see here. If you right-click the microphone port device and go to the Levels tab, is it non-zero?
That is a very odd thing.
Huh. Are you using a headset? Are you sure you're on the recording tab, not the playback tab? Okay. Um, Microphone volume enabled. Oh, Is your sound card using a Realtek chipset? Unplug the microphone line from the jack it is in and plug it into a different one. Does it prompt you to retask the port that you've plugged in?
If we do get this sorted, we'll probably just be finishing Omega's turn.
Roger that.
Okie dokie.
Brad, if you're trying multiple ports looking for the retasking panel to come up, it can be disabled and isn't always enabled by default. So there is an alternate step if the tasking window is not coming up. Still no audio over here. If you have retasked successfully your microphone, you will need to tell Mumble to look to the new location, because each port gets a unique device ID. Okay, by not recognizing, you mean no pop-up came up asking you to task it? Okay, it won't show in the recording tab until we task it. In your system tray, possibly hidden in the fold-out, there should be an orange speaker icon that if you cursor over it says Realtek HD Audio Manager. Right-click it, hit Sound Manager. Is it in your control panel? Just go to your start menu, type Real, and Realtek HD Audio Manager should appear near the top. Okay. Have a Realtek chipset, but you don't have the Realtek Audio Manager installed. One last thing to try then, on the recording, in the sound window for the Windows Sound Management, on the recording tab, right-click in the list and make sure that Show Disabled Devices and Show Disconnected Devices are both checked. Now, do you see anything in that list that is disabled? If you do, right-click it to enable, and then you'll see a VU meter beside it. You'll be able to tell if that's where your headphone is now plugged in. Okay. I have now reached the end of what I can easily diagnose over remotely without a screen sharing or something.
Very odd if something like this would just pop up.
So, I suppose, Brad, would you like to just quickly run through your turn in text, or would you like to delay your action for 2 weeks? No problem. We're coming up on 6
Yeah.
anyways.
Might be for the best if it's a particularly complicated action or anything. On the plus side, you have all successfully, well, for now, neutralized at least 3 of them. Vader's on his way back, but he is still quite a ways away. Yeah, at least 220 feet away from the closest building.
Mm-hmm.
If you take too much longer, though, he is going to get back while there's still someone to reinforce.
By the time he gets back, well, I'm hoping that we have punched Epiphany. Like, as soon as I hit Epiphany Jones, the fight's over, so. Because I'm going to grab her, and then problem solves itself.
On the other hand, in 4 rounds, he's covered half the distance.
Yeah, good for him.
He can run. And buildings don't pose a problem for him.
And he just jumps over him, I imagine.
Alrighty then.
I will note that Epiphany Jones will continue to be annoying.
Oh yes, and probably even long after she's unconscious.
Yes, where do you think that sudden gas main came from?
Her imagination. Here, let me before we kill the server, let me just quickly draw a template around Tar Pit here to remind us he is snared.
In the box.
Boxified.
Into a box with you, sir.
Okay.
And he continues to be inhumanly angry.
I have no problems with him being inhumanly angry.
Just stay inside the box.
For the record, because it will never ever be relevant, nor will he ever tell you, the reason Tar Pit ignores the Duke is because the only thing that motivates Tar Pit is his hatred for the normal people in the world.
I'm not very normal, all things considered.
The Duke is not a person.
This is true.
Allan
Duke
is
an idea. No.
Allan is a
goal.
person that can be consumed and destroyed by Tar Pit's hatred.
Yeah. Especially that destroyed bit. That'll work real well for him if he ever gets his hands on me.
But she almost did.
Yes.
Came rather close.
Alrighty. So, I will see you all next week for Flosteren.
Totally.
And hopefully I can stop being dumb.
No.
Never. See you, fellas.
Night.
Yep.
Good night.